News 8 at Sunrise in high definition continues.
CPA Scott Adair is back with us this morning. Scott, good to see you.
Good to see you too, Mark.
So this morning we're talking about tax brackets, common thought this time of year. Why do we need them?
So we need tax brackets to determine what our taxable income, what our taxes are for each year. There's a variety of ranges, and they basically equate to what we make it as far as our earnings go each year.
Okay, so there are ranges, there are different levels in terms of this bracketing, correct?
Each taxpayer category has seven different ranges. They range from 10% to 39.6%.
Okay, do they vary by state?
The federal rates don't vary by state, but each state has its own tax makeup. Some states don't have an income tax, some states have a flat income tax level, and some states have a varying range, just like the federal government does.
Okay. Well, you know what my next question is. How do we get into a lower tax bracket? Everybody wants to know that, right?
Everybody wants to know how to get into a lower tax bracket. And the reality of it is you have to look at your deductions each year. You have to look at your charitable contributions, your medical expenses, your home office expenses, your unreimbursed employee expenses. So you need to consolidate all of your expenses up and make sure that they're legally compliant with what the IRS allows.
And if you do, that can work you into a lower bracket.
Absolutely can.
All right, apart from deductions, what else can we do to maybe work ourselves into a lower bracket?
You know, I think the big thing to think about here is retirement contributions. 401ks and IRAs are great ways to save yourself some dollars as far as taxes go.
What if we're married? Can a couple's filing status affect what bracket they ultimately fall in when they file?
Great question, Mark. And the reality of it is yes, it can. Married filing jointly or married filing separately are two options that every married couple has.
All right, and then obviously it depends on your individual circumstances what's most beneficial in that scenario, correct?
Yeah, and I think you really need to reach out to your tax professional there to make sure you're doing what's best for you from an income tax perspective. There are some challenges there. We do talk a lot about marriage tax penalty and marriage tax bonuses as well. So those are certainly key items to trigger on.
All right, Scott, thank you.
Thank you, Mark.
Filing status this morning, tax brackets. All right, if you missed any of this, we'll be sharing it on our website. As always, you can find it at rochesterfirst.com.